Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to day one of albums that are 40 years old in 2023. That's right, we're shifting gears. Did 1973 all last month. This month we're looking back on 1983, celebrating 40 years of great music, anniversaries and birthdays of these great albums. So we have 28 days, a couple days less than we had in January, here in February. And we are going to pick out our 28 favorites that have been released in 1983. And I'm going to start today with a second album from this band from the San Francisco area of California. This album was released October 26, 1983, recorded at Image Recording Studios in Los Angeles, California for MCA Records, produced by Pat Glasser. I'm talking about Midnight Madness from Night Ranger. That's right, this follows up the very, very fine debut Dawn Patrol, released in 1982. Arguably, when I talk about my favorite Night Ranger albums, the first two always seem to come up for me. That just excellent. Whatever you want to call Night Ranger. They're not a metal band. They're kind of a hard rock band. They're kind of an AOR band, right? Because they did some really good ballads. They did very good radio-friendly harmonies. You can call them melodic rock, but they had like crazy dual shredding guitars from Brad Gillis and Jeff Watson on guitars, and backing vocals, Jack Blades on bass, lead vocals, Alan Fitzgerald, Mr. Fitz himself on keyboards, and Kelly Keagy on drums and lead vocals, right? It's one of those rare bands where you had a drummer who also sang co-lead vocals. A terrific album. Wall-to-wall, just outstanding tracks on here. Again, very melodic, loads of hooks all over the place, but tons of sizzling guitar solos and cool riffs. I think, this band, probably out of a lot of the 80s bands, one of the rare acts where the music was just so melodic and so radio friendly, but yet they drew the musician crowd quite a bit because of Gillis and Watson and all the guitar acrobatics. You had the two completely different players. You had Brad Gillis, who was just this rampaging shredder of a guy, but did a lot of stuff using the whammy bar, right? He was just a whammy bar king. And then you had Jeff Watson, a little bit more of a fluid melodic player who did the kind of like 8-finger tapping thing, right? Very, very cool stuff. So they really complemented each other well, and you can always tell when one was playing solos over the other, and they came up with great riffs. You had the great dual lead vocalist, lots of hooks, great songs. You Can Still Rock in America was a pretty big hit for them. You got the excellent dramatic Rumors in the Air, Why Does Love Have to Change, one of the more ballady tracks on here. Sister Christian was an enormous hit for the band. Then you have the great Touch of Madness with a killer guitar riff. I love Touch of Madness. You got Passion Play, When You Close Your Eyes, another big hit for the band. Another, again, these guys could write these very radio-friendly, hook-laden songs that still kind of hit hard. Great pop chorus on this one, but just really good guitar work and just so memorable. Then you got Chippin' Away and Let 'Em Run, two rockers that close out the album. It's a really, really strong album. Again, the debut probably is their crowning achievement, I guess, but this is not far behind. I mean, I'm sure there are plenty of people who like this better. I always have a hard time deciding which one I like more. But they've got a bunch of other fine albums, but for me, their first two are still the best. So, that is my pick for today. Midnight Madness, the second album from Night Ranger. Let us know what you think of this album down there in the comments below, and as well as your pick for day one, right? We've got 27 days after this to fill up with stuff, so we will be doing that. So each and every day, come back here at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for another look at great albums from 1983. We're picking out our favorites. Again, it's another really, really tough year. I've got an enormous list of honorable mentions, and although for me, I think that this year was a little bit easier for me to pick out my 28, my top ones. That didn't seem to take so long, and I keep looking over my list, and I'm looking at the honorable mentions list. I'm like, I don't know if there's any changes I'd make, but we'll see as it goes, right? So anyway, participate as well, just like we did, and then of course next month we're going to move into 1993. So this is on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, all together, all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you go. And also, if you care to investigate, down below in the video description, we've got the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, as well as the link to the Sea of Tranquility merch page, where you can get all sorts of great T-shirts, hats, hoodies, caps, stickers, coffee mugs, all that cool stuff. And we were constantly coming up with new designs and logos and things like that. So if you have a favorite show on the channel, chances are we have a shirt for that. We got like Monsters Den shirts. We've got Hudson Valley Square shirts. We've got In the Prague Seat shirts. We've got various SOT logos and theme designs. Lots of cool Prague stuff. Lots of metal stuff. So there's pretty much something for everybody down there. So go check that out. And we'll see you tomorrow morning for day 2 here on albums that are 40 years old in 2023. Looking back on 1983. Till then, I am Pete Pardo. Have a good one, everybody. Stay tuned. Coming up here on the channel today. It's Wednesday, so we got all sorts of new product reviews. I've got quite a few for you here today. So strap yourself in, get ready, and we'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.